Hello, Liddy play Pokémon Glazed Part 59. Why do these garbage, weird accounts keep wanting to follow me on Instagram? Anyway. Is there anything to say, really? Well, some things I forgot to mention in my last video. Well, I can only remember one thing which I forgot to say, which was that you know the Ace Attorney Online case I've been wanting to work on. Well, it's just too complicated, okay? It's too complicated. I did say that there was so much to keep track of, right? Story-wise and everything. So it's like I haven't been doing it. Well, I haven't barely been doing anything else either. Yesterday, for some reason, Counter-Strike Global Offensive showed up in my Steam library. I have no idea how it ended up there. But actually, that just led me to find out that it actually is free now, that game. It's been since, I don't know what was it, winter 2018? Counter-Strike Global Offensive has been free to play. So I tried playing it a little bit. And of course, it was actually, there was this ripoff on, you know, the Hypixel server? Yeah, they used to have a ripoff, Minecraft ripoff of Counter-Strike Global Offensive that I used to play a lot. I didn't even know it was a Counter-Strike Global Offensive ripoff. But I used to play that a lot, and there are videos of it on YouTube, on my own older channel. What? I think you forgot to I think you forgot to press enter. Creator of this game. I can't read that text. I don't really have much to talk about because I'm just sick and tired of talking about school all the time. I'll tell you one thing. Chemistry, it's difficult. Social studies or / geography or whatever. People geography. I don't want to study. I studied for like 30 minutes. But it was like, I probably didn't study correctly anyway. So I'm gonna ruin my grade, and my parents are gonna get mad. I'm just an intern. I wanted a nice job. I wasn't expecting to kidnap Pokemon. Oh, thank you very much. Okay. See, if you had something like that in an Ace Attorney case. Superior intellect. Huh, maybe you should take notes, level up your intellect. Uncle Adams. You know, if I ever got a pet chicken, you know what I would name it? I would name it Uncle Adams II. I know that makes no sense. In fact, I could end up on r/IamVeryRandom. But like I was saying, if you had something like that in the Ace Attorney case, that would be considered, you know, bad writing. So I wonder if that's because Ace Attorney cases are a different kind of game, a genre, different genre. And also how now that could be considered good writing, how the information you need is right beside here. It's like barely even it's not even a puzzle, it's just. But actually, you know, I was watching Nintendo Capri Sun's Let's Play of Turnabout Big Top, and it didn't seem like much of a puzzle in that one either. Well, actually, I stopped watching when he was doing the Psyche Lock of Maximilian Galactica. So I don't know if there was anything more difficult. But What's the opposite of preceding? Following, I guess. Maybe there was something difficult after the first psyche lock. There are 3 of them on him, and the first one, to unlock the first one, you know, it was barely even a puzzle. It's not hard to connect. It's like, is that even? You go into the ringmaster's room, and you find the piece of paper. Maya and Phoenix point out that, oh, that was a week ago, the salary. Like, is it even a challenge to then connect that, oh, well, you got a raise a week ago, so why would you be talking about it again now? What did you say? Oh, shut up. It feels like just a direct, you know, you walk around, oh, here's the piece of evidence that clearly will unlock Max's first psyche lock. It's like you're not even thinking. But to be fair, that is a psyche lock, so it's not in court. The court section. Maybe the psyche lock investigation section is supposed to be less about puzzle, more like about gathering. Maybe, I don't know. Nah, but aren't the psyche locks kind of a reflection of the court? Like you're doing some of the court kinds of things during the investigation as well. That's what I was thinking. That's what Capri-san said. Oh, so now we're doing the court outside of court, or he said something like that. Oh, and also 8-Bit Music Theory uploaded a new video just now about the music of Generation 2 games of Pokemon. It was a great video. It was about how the Kanto music of Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, how it had evolved from the Generation 1 pieces. Like Ichinose had you know, how he had rearranged them, I guess you could say. Remix. It's just a remix. It's just a remix. It's just a remix. Oh, I don't know the password, but I can look it up. Not looking up. I can find out. Sure. What? Master Ball? I got a Master Ball. I got a Master Ball, nigga. I got a Master Ball. Okay, so here's what I can do. Pearl. Wait, Lustrous? I'll try Pearl. Pearl. Speaking of Pearl, Pearl Faye. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. And today I watched Breaking Bad again for once. For no reason, and I don't know. I'm not really rewatching, that is. But there's not much to say about that. Really? Yeah, nothing really. Okay, let's try Spatial. Or we'll try Lustrous. Spatial or Lustrous. You also have to spell correctly. So if you're bad at spelling, good luck. Oh, also, a funny moment recently. Oh, it was Spatial. A funny thing recently is that I was listening to one of Nintendo Capri-san's tapes. You know, the one in which he's talking about, you know, the one cringy Castlevania 4 crap. that it's titled, and he's like reading from his diary, and he talked about, and he wrote about this he wrote this comparison between two games, and he said that he was in the tape, he was complimenting his own writing. And so he was saying, like, I really liked how I wrote this part here, where and he said something about like the wavy attacks of, I don't even know. And then at the end, there was a post-production. He added his voice in post-production, saying, "Oh sure, that'll get Shakespeare some competition." And I just thought that was really funny. Oh sure, that'll get Shakespeare some competition. Yeah, definitely. Sure, that'll get Shakespeare some competition. Like in post-production, that makes it so funny. Like how he added it in post-production. And he does that in his Let's Plays too. He did it in Justice for All Case 4, Ace Attorney. When he was, I don't even remember what it was. It was like, I think he was saying like, no one got shot, and he was like, oh yes, you dummy, Von Karma. Was it that? I don't even remember. Of course I don't. I have terrible memory. Anyway. So I have the social studies test in 2 days. In 2 days! Isn't that what Ian Hickox says in you know the one, Ian's New Girlfriend, that video? I used to watch a lot of Smosh when I was like 11 years old. And in that video, Ian's New Girlfriend, he said, "We're getting married in 2 days." In 2 days. Oh sure, that'll get Shakespeare some competition. Speaking of which, I'm trying to learn, or not. Speaking of which, I wasn't even talking about what I was about to say. What am I saying? What I say, it means nothing. See, I only have 2 minutes left of this video, so I don't know what to say really. I could talk about a lot of things. I'll say, for English class, I'm trying to learn about Antigua and Barbuda, because we're supposed to learn about an English-speaking country of our choice. So I chose Antigua and Barbuda. Supposedly they speak English there, but I don't know. It was a British colony at one point. It gained independence in 1981 from the British, and Queen Elizabeth II is the Queen of Antigua and Barbuda. Anyway, that's just something I decided to say. Not that it really matters in this context. But if I'm gonna be doing a presentation about Antigua and Barbuda, that's something I could say. But it's like, what was I saying? Antigua and Barbuda. What was I even gonna say about that? Yeah, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to read up on the history of that nation. And it's... I don't feel like I'm absorbing anything, really. I mean, what's the pattern? I mean, it's Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. I mean, that's pretty simple. And then also another thing I could say was that also today in math class I was just absolutely wrecked by this problem involving a watermelon. I couldn't figure it out at all. I do blame it on me not knowing that because it said that, okay, so in the first watermelon, or the watermelon was originally 99% water and 1% pulp, and then it was out in the sun or something or whatever, and the water level shrank to 98%. But then it said nothing about the pulp. So how was I supposed to know that the pulp was on at 2%? How was I supposed to know? Maybe something happens with watermelons in the sun or whatever that I don't know about. Okay, I didn't know that it was 2%. Maybe then I would have figured it out quickly, or more quickly. Or maybe I'm just making excuses. Oh, yes. Yes, they do. Sure, I'll let you be. And then also, another thing. So, the person sitting next to me asked me for help about a problem, and I actually gave him incorrect help. It turned out that I didn't understand it at all either, and so, like, comparisons, percentage, I don't even know what to call it, so I asked on Reddit, and I've gotten some help. But, yeah, I still don't quite understand, but I do understand now, kind of. Not completely, but that's fine. Maybe I won't ever understand it more than I do right now. It's like I was having difficulty, and so I feel kind of bad now about giving incorrect advice. Turns out I was completely wrong when I, gave the help to the person sitting next to me. So that was quite embarrassing. I was supposed to be good, stuff. And the watermelon, I mean, of course I blamed the watermelon thing, but there's nothing I can blame for this thing about the comparison and the percentage or whatever. There's nothing I can blame it on. And well, I guess I'm making this video a little longer than the others. Let me just fix this. Let me just do this last Giratina thing. Renegade. That's the word. Or Grisius. I think it's gonna be Renegade though. That would make sense. Renegade was that word that I learned recently from, like, what was it? Ace Attorney Justice for All Case 2, I think it appeared in that one. But it was like another word that led to Renegade, which I said in the last video. I wish I could remember what it was. Maybe I could go through my search history and find it. What? Oh yeah. Well, okay. Goodbye.